let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business.
Yeah, we are back. That's loud. How many eardrums did I just break? I'm sorry. Damn. Screaming. We're excited. All right, let's get it. Let's get down a bit. We can't play those songs. Fun anyway. It's like a nice little intro here. All right, here we go. Everything looking good. Actually, you know what? Did really like you kind of like that suspenseful music. We have to get a haircut. Look at this. Growing our sides out. We're in like the awkward middle stage. What are you gonna do? This is why when you have long hair, it's tough. That middle stage is brutal. Not this one. Not this one. Where is the right music? All right, here we go. Sorry, I'm gonna stop. Here we go. Pop the eardrums, look great, push through. Thanks, Emmy. How you doing? All right, here we go. Not that though. Right, nice suspenseful music. That's what we like. How you doing on this Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I wish we could actually just play Tiesto and like totally normal music. Have a party. But we can't. Doing great. Tuning in from Fort Myers today. Whoa, I don't even know. I know that's a Florida thing. Is that a different location for work? Or oh, this is kind of like Harry Potter-ish, huh? Kind of spooking me out. Or is that a vacation place? Sounds good. Spooky vibes, right? And then it kind of changed to like happy spooky. All right, let's get into it though, because we want to finish this piece today. We got to get it done. Vacationing at Justin's. Oh, that's why it sounded familiar. Nice. There you go. That's a vacation. That totally counts. Yeah. All right, here we are. You guys have any fun plans? The only thing that's let's get down to business. Now that's all that's stuck in my head, obviously. What a horrible mistake. Realize what you've done. And is the time right? Yeah. All right, and now we have a good song for Last of Us. Have you started The Last of Us? Are you guys gonna watch it today at least then? They're releasing a new episode earlier than Sunday so that they don't conflict with the Super Bowl. Pretty smart, pretty damn smart. I have to get these. All right, let's see what we can do. So, oh, you know what I should be doing? I should definitely be editing my camera on like No, it's probably right to do it here. I must be able to move frame. I talk myself through a lot of problems, if you guys can't tell. I don't mean to. I realize halfway through that I'm like thinking out loud, and I have to look around, see who's around me. It's like, all right, could be worse. That's not bad. But yeah, I think through a lot of problems here. All right. We're getting ourselves in the zone here. So nice out. It's 50 and sunny. It's so hard to be downstairs in the studio. Did a couple walks. We took the boys for some walks. We had a good morning. But now we have to get the mindset to create. All right. So, we like her. Love the vibes here. Like savage layer of charcoal. There we go. Oh, way better. There's a great screen cleaning kit. Mother's something. It's on Amazon. I have to get it. It's very good though. It actually takes off a lot of the oil paint splatter that I have on. All right, let's see. So we like her. We're gonna put some light values here. Obviously, we're not gonna have this white. The white's gonna be the face and his shoulders. Edge is gonna stay white, and the highlight edges are gonna stay white. What we have to do is darken up the background accurately and get the values around his head correct. Because we do want to go back in here. We think with probably a gouache, maybe colored pencils. We're gonna put colored pencils in here as well. We think, at least right now. Background's gonna be orange, and like another orange tan here. We're gonna keep it a little I was gonna say we're gonna keep it a little saturated, but maybe we won't actually, because we don't want it to be like super powerful in the foreground. So yeah, maybe we won't. Maybe it will be like a darker bronze orange. Palette I usually leave, and then depending on what I'm popping back into, I'm gonna leave some of this, and I'm gonna leave this right here. But I want you always want a lot of clean space to start with, at least, for sure. All right. So go in with a nice, like we said, nice dark value in the background here. Pick that right up, actually. All right, cool. So, drop the background. Again, take our minute, take our time. See what needs to be adjusted, see what needs to work. Got the spooky music going. Wow. I didn't know that color even existed on this palette. That is a gorgeous purple color, huh? I have to go through. We're going to do a stream, and I'm going to do the color, whatever they're called, too. Color swatches for this palette. Just so I can keep learning these paints. Guess we just want like a grayish green, really. Might be the play is I don't remember. That's how we got these colors, but I'm gonna do the same where I kind of mix up opposite colors on the color wheel to get a gray here. So red and green are complementary colors. And that just kind of tones them out and starts saturating it into like, not saturating, desaturating into like a gray. And you can kind of tone it one way or the other depending on more reds, more greens. Same with blue and orange, purple, yellow. Any complementary colors, if you mix them, you get some really nice grays. And again, a green is like a blue, so I am kind of putting a blue in here. I don't want it to get purple. I want it to be a grayish green is what we're doing. Again, when I'm doing this, what's going through my head is, do I need to add more blue, more red, yellow, or blue to get the color that I want? Talked about color just a little bit, but that's very much how my brain works. And again, you just kind of add whatever it has. You add the opposite if it has too much of something, or you add more if it has too little. Obviously, that's a little tougher with just a gray, but yeah. All the tips we're all getting. I think we started with this paper pretty wet, and we're gonna kind of not wet it from here on out. But it's definitely darker on above this line. And it definitely, like, again, it kind of is, the wall is like, I would guess it's supposed to be some sort of like a water or something, like an old stained water dripping there. I, again, don't exactly know where they are in the image. Pretty cool. Be a lot cooler if I did, though, huh? No, I kind of like the mystery, and again, just having it textured like that. I think that kind of makes it fun. Again, we're going for a reinterpretation of the piece. This is a very famous image as far as the show goes, so people are gonna know it. And we don't really need to, again, we're not trying to make it photorealistic. We're just trying to make it a reinterpretation, interesting piece. I keep almost saying like I want it to be like graphic novelish, like illustrative almost, because again, this is a video game as well. And these aren't the characters from the video game, but I think that would be, I don't know, a kind of cool interpretation on it. I don't know if there actually is a graphic novel out there for it. I don't think there is. There might be, like, I guess, short stories or something, or some sort of clips from the game, because it was so popular, but I truly don't know. Do here. Try this. Is that better? Probably, right? I guess it's just closer, yeah? Unless you don't like the image, it's probably not worse. If you don't like the image, I could see it again. If you can see it closer and clearer, obviously that's not fun. That again, we don't want it, the background, to overpower anything here. We just want it to be the accurate value so that we can gauge the front values. And keep the piece in order as far as front, back, middle, foreground, middle ground, background. Right? That made sense when I did this. Like, you know, yeah, made sense to me. Clearly, this is an alien invasion song. Little different, but we'll allow it. I think it all has to be a bit darker here. So. Oh. A little bit of color back there because fun, right? Keeps it interesting at least. I have to research a microphone that's gonna not need me doing this. I would say. I think it's gonna be like a shotgun style microphone. That's too much water. It's all right. It's all right. So I'm saturating it a little more with color as I am coming towards the lighting. Because light is pretty much the essence of color. Right? I don't know if that sounded as corny as it did when I was kind of coming out of it did when I heard it in my head, but it's true, unfortunately. All we can really paint is light. That's like a weird concept that we're kind of taught, and it's like color exists because of the light spectrum and blah blah blah, and it's like, but it's true because there's no light, you don't really see color. So you can get a little more saturated in bright lights. That said, if the color's, you know, over bright, it's gonna pull color out too. So best thing you can do is just kind of do exactly what it looks like. If that's what you're going for, I should say. You recognize what it should be, and then you can tweak it accordingly. Like again, this part, there's specific marks I could be putting down, but I'm not like too concerned with matching the background marks of the wall. This is again very much a reinterpreted piece. This of all spots is going to be again very much where I just kind of have fun with the piece. And I say that, and it's still all very much going to work together and be in unison, and again, be the proper values that it should be given the surrounding marks and light and everything like that. But I'm not necessarily going in, and if there's a nail hole or something, I'm not going to, I might go in and mark it up, I might not. So that's all I'm kind of saying. Might make sense, it might not. That's part of reinterpreting it. You're picking and choosing what you want to keep. Very fun. Very fun privilege. We're in a fun mood today. It's gorgeous out, so we're in a very fun mood. We're feeling good. I feel like I've laughed creepy like 3 times already. That means we're in a good mood. Tell. And again, so this is similar to last week when I kind of started and went in with the background here. This is another way for me to sort of kind of get warmed up, right? And just put marks down and kind of start getting familiarized with the piece. Especially when you're this far along in it. You're not necessarily going to draw too much specific marks. It's going to be very subtle changes. But I leave these parts that I can kind of quickly wash in or scribble in, so that it does kind of allow me to, you know, open the door to the piece and just kind of get used to it, get comfortable again, and have fun with it mentally. Or I jump right in and start fine-tuning everything. Or just hitting marks that can't really be changed too much, or that I want to be pretty specific. Like we always say, we can go back in and pick up some of this. Gonna shape some more of this here. Like that sort of natural water feel to some of this. Again, we're not trying to wet the paper too much so it kind of starts to buckle, but pick it up. Pick up some of these colors. Seeing a light? I'm not sure what's happening. I'm not really sure. Perfect. All right. Cool. Now we're going to kind of, again, we're just moving some of this paint around that we just put down. Picking some up. Pick things up, put them down. All right, now we're going to pop a cap. Open a pen. See what I did there? Might not actually. Yeah, we are. Need like a 3. I am going to darken up these background lines a little. On a thinner line there. Sorry if my face. Ugh. My face was in a bunch yesterday. Sorry. See my squint action. Funny. Right, let's have fun with this part now. think that'll work. Let's see. I just don't really want my hand to smudge all this now. Now I'm going through and I am kind of wanting to not, again, copy. Because what's going on back there, I just can't really even put that level of value with the foreground here. It just won't work with the style. So it does me no good to copy mark for mark, but I'm going for the same sort of feel. And I'm kind of trying to darken up some lines where the values are a little darker, so that the line work kind of keeps its strength. And just shows that there's, you know, raised texture here. I'm going to go through and add a lot of color in here as well, so it'll be fun. I'm going to keep saying it, but again, as I'm going through, I'm very much not mark for mark copying. I'm kind of trying to put in my own spin, kind of show different tendrils, different marks, different layering. I want it to appear very, again, twisting, coming off that background wall, so it's raised in certain areas. And a big part of that is going to be line weight. I'll probably go through it a few times with a pen here. Like a root system, right? Kind of is actually, I guess. There. That's working pretty well. Oh yeah, I always do that part. We noticed that last time too. How that part didn't get oh wait, is it supposed to be like vines? Yeah, works. Works pretty well actually. Okay, cool. That can be all. Okay. Gonna let's color this gun here. That value. Then we think we're gonna go through and start putting in some orange. Might wash out the whole thing with like a similar color. But again, we're still kind of going to go through here with more marks. Accurately, is it cordyceps? Sounds wrong, but I think that's what it is called. His music's good though. It definitely makes you work a little quicker too. Feels pretty intense. Feels like this was more like the video game music almost. don't want to get too specific with like the direction of them, because again, they're going everywhere. There's not really like stuff. If you quick glance, you can't really make anything out at all. Sorry, it turns a little. I don't know why. I used to do these cherry blossom trees actually. Exact thing makes me want to do it again. They were very fun. They were watercolor, pen and ink, and some acrylic paint, so it actually like had for texture. But they were pretty fun pieces actually. I did a little series of them. They all actually I don't have any left, which is fun. So maybe I should do them. They seem to be popular. All right. Cool. Yeah, I wanted to be on that wall, like pretty clearly, I think. Alright, let's that okay, cool. Go back in with this in a second. Rising Tensions. I was looking for the name of the song. That's accurate. This, oh, you know what I could use instead of this different shape. It'll help vary the marks as well. Always a good thing. More shaped brushes you can use, more shapes in like more marks on a piece. You know, it just gets more interesting. Sometimes what can be making a piece look a little strange is actually that the marks are all like too similar, and it just kind of takes on like a I don't know, just like a computer pattern form almost, and it just, our brain doesn't even notice. Like that's what we don't like about it sometimes. That's why it's important to vary up your brush marks, vary up your brush use actually even. Always play Mission Impossible when you're painting. Talk about intense. Wow. Hey, hey, hey. What up, Blue? You doing, bro? Looking good. Thanks, man. Feeling good, you know? Cool, man. A lot of this will lighten up quite a bit, so. Kind of going in with fairly darker shadows here. Again, I think it is going to kind of lighten up and change on me, especially as I continue to add more values around it. Shadow for the gun, that's cool. The intense music, the suspenseful music just adds such a feel. Like Marvel music. Very funny how suspenseful the music can actually feel, isn't it? That was, I don't know if anybody's seen Babylon. Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt. It was okay. It was interesting. It was a very cool study of visual art, though. Just visual. Cinema's visual everything. They do a pretty cool job of showing the power of visuals. Just our brain. Right, that's working. Oh, that's not a big. Now we're gonna go through with, again, a couple different shades of like the orange, the yellow that we want. We're gonna see how it starts to work. Oh, actually, you know what we're gonna do first? We're gonna kind of put one, we're gonna put a strand through all the way. Just like one sort of line here or there. Because then we're gonna go right and get the gun's value correct. While we listen to this choral music. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. $60 up in here. Again, this part I want to be very sort of flowing and loose. Almost thinking it's a little too saturated. I don't really want it that much color there, but that's okay. We're gonna deal with that. Now we want a darker version of that same sort of color. I should say. It's gonna be like a super orange skin tone almost. Again, I'm gonna kind of knock it back and add in a little bit of green. I'm adding in a very, very warm green. Like a yellow green. That's a little bit of an olive green there. I want it to feel like the same sort of color. It just has to be farther away from a light source here. Some of this we're going to go through and actually probably even gray wash out a little bit. Probably come through with a white. Wrong one. Fuck. Classic. Yeah, we'll probably have to come through with either a white colored pencil, probably a white gel pen here. And or just kind of keep trying to layer over this and see if the orange is going to be a strong enough value or color. Because the dark values will work. I mean, we can kind of layer that in. That'll work. That's not really. The issue is if it just won't cover it at all, which it might not. Will again continue to go more and more saturated, more and more opaque. I want to just put in some colors here, close to kind of what it value and hue is going to be back here. Again, start seeing more and more of the piece. Always the best thing we can do. Just give yourself more information to work with. It's like a puzzle, like we say. Just keep adding those pieces. So you can see more of it, and you can keep correcting and changing what you have to. And so with the darker value that I'm kind of playing with now, I am kind of being aware that again I'm kind of putting it on edges. I'm kind of putting it glancing and seeing where I'm seeing these darker values just to start. It's not completely random. Do you know what I mean? What I'm doing? Not really random at all, actually. It's not like measured, gridded, weighted like that, but again, it's an interpretation that we're going for. And we're going to keep building up those darks. Biggest thing we're going to keep doing. It's intense. I try to keep it nice and like square with the camera, but I move it by accident. So. I'm gonna put those black values in. I'm gonna put those dark values in and hope that it doesn't spread too much. Good. We're gonna leave that like that because we're gonna go back in and soften it right out, but we can't yet because it'll bleed right across to each other. Okay, very nice, very nice, very nice. Keep going. I want to put a light green on the parts of her jacket that are gonna need it here. So that it doesn't just look like a full white highlight there. Not sure if this is the right green. Close. We can always tweak this here, so we're gonna keep putting it down. We can change that just a little bit. Have to. Ba-da-da-da. Is that what the music is? Ba-da-da. It's intense, right? Spooky vibes. Going with the show. Will you guys watch this show this weekend or today or tomorrow at all? Time. Yeah, she might miss out on going to a brew fest. Ooh, that's fun. Where'd that be? I keep trying to get Ariel to go to this cool beer garden. It's like a huge German beer garden here. Who wants to go? Too cool. That's not really why. That's really fun though. looking better. I like that much more. Because this, I can keep darkening up. I have to add, like we a little bit. Yeah, it's Super Bowl Sunday, right? Go to Logan one that's hosting 30-ish brew. Oh, diet cheat day for shout. That's fun though. Jagger, tell them there'll be wine. She's learned there's no wine at these places. Dawned to me. Oh, that'll be awesome. I love when places do that. That's like so fun. There's a thing here called Smorgasbord, and it's like that, and it was very fun. We did go to it. The food's so much better than you think it's gonna be. At least I'm always very happily surprised at those places. Like food truck food is always like just so good. We'll send pics. Yes, do it. It's a food truck called World of Grilled Cheese. Oh, geez. Yeah. I think we've had like food trucks, like a grilled cheese food truck here. And oh, man. That's like, oh, they're going to have like the best grilled cheese. Yeah, literally the best. It's gonna be on like big white bread too, like big huge brioche bread. Oh my god. There was definitely a grilled cheese truck here. I don't think we got it though. We did like dumplings. Oh, the dumplings here were like the dumpling food truck. Oh my gosh. You can tell I'm darkening up the values of her jacket here. Can't tell. You might not be watching. But But that's all part of what you have to do as you continue going through the piece. You have to, again, check as you get in all values around. You have to make sure they're the right values that you originally put down still. If it's supposed to be perfect black, if it's supposed to be a certain value, make it that value as you see it. Don't wait. It just makes it so difficult. Charcoal, you kind of creep up to your values, like we said. I guess watercolor, you sort of do too, but you still need them. You still need to see them. sit to the side, like I've said, because it just helps get rid of the glare from when I'm putting down like wet paint. It's actually the water picking up the highlights. Sometimes it's a little tougher to see than I want it to be, so I kind of just decide, and then it kind of just helps me see the value without the glare. That's all. But I do kind of stay straight on because I want to know the marks shape that I'm working with. There's kind of that back and forth. Okay with it. I'm okay with it. Just checking everything that I've sort of put down here. The check marks, the mental checks of what needs to be tweaked. I guess I have to go through this whole thing and soften this edge quite a bit. Let the water kind of pull the paint over this line. That's not quite as sharp. Really want to go in with paint value if I can help it. But I also don't mind. It has a pretty sharp edge there, so I don't mind it either. I think if I just kind of blur that out a little, I'll be able to scribble some here. Scribble some here, scribble some there. What we're hoping to do with this, but it might not work. This might be we might end up going back in here with a pen and ink. Might just be so much easier at shaping this rifle than with watercolor, because we can get straight flat edges. We'll have to go back in with a gel pen, a white gel pen, either way. Always need your white gel pen. Or white acrylic paint, whatever you use. To each their own. Dealer's choice there, really. Kind of working as we keep working through it here. Go through with a nice pen and kind of maybe hatch it across. Okay. We are looking and we are liking. mix up a little color here. Kind of going for like an orange gray. So now, like I said, as I'm kind of mixing a blue, kind of like a yellow, but it's also kind of like an orange. Like keep dropping orange into it here. Oh, color we on here too. So we're gonna go through with one more like pretty heavy color pass here, but I might not do that quite yet. I might just keep kind of dabbling around. Because then we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, let everything settle in, let it all dry, and really start putting some final marks. We're getting very close to where we want this piece. We just really want the background to feel like complete, and I think when we get back to, we'll use some colored pencils as well, and that'll help us pull out some more values in here, which is a very fun part of watercolor. Mixes, or it works really well with colored pencils. You can kind of change your colors. You can even just sort of blend out certain values. Because I definitely want to go over that with almost like a gray wash here. That's just too colorful. Because we don't want it to distract. From the front. Definitely a pretty important part of the whole story. But don't want it to, like, you know, pull the focus away. Like we said, we want it to rest in the background where it should. But we still have to show what it is, right? So you still have to show enough information. And that's kind of why I'm thinking just like a bunch of nice washes and then some nice more marks with like colored pencils here or there are going to be like a good feel for it. Where again, it will feel finished, it'll feel balanced. And it'll also feel, like I've said, like the tendrils, like there's a lot of them sort of stretching and growing. It'll feel attached to the wall is what we want to go for. The good part of the darker values too is it will wash out some of the like scratchy pen marks that are in there. That'll just start to look like almost like divots, shaped values, not shaped values, but like holes or overlaps between the tendrils, whatever else these things are going to be called. Very well could be a name in the game. I don't really know. Just cordyceps. Is that what it is? Hey. what it looks like. It's pretty crazy. Like some of these we're gonna pull in, we're gonna pull like a white gel pen or white ink through, and then we'll be able to get some nice color and values all through that as well. We don't want this white back here. That white value isn't helping anyone. There's no white values back here. Better. Uh-oh. If this still that back. Like the darkest parts of it back. I think we even want the background. Yeah, a little darker still around here. Better. That's much, much better. Yeah, it just kind of sits back there a little more, like it's matching the values around itself. Just feels more in place, you know? There can still be highlights and you can still sort of see, you know, the color and the value and this and that, but you very much, it doesn't look like it's being lit by a different source of light. I think, at least. I don't know. I could be wrong. All we can paint is light, and in doing that, we have to show where it's coming from, like dark. Go from there. Now those values are working way better. Especially like below, like way back here. Behind her where it's even like blocked from the light. That's just no light there. Unless it's one of those fish with the light up little bulb on their head. Which are wild, actually. I saw something. I don't remember what it was. Joe Rogan or something. They're like weird, weird animals. The male fish, like, bites onto it, like, becomes part of it, like, grows into the fish. It's very weird. Yeah. They actually, like, fuse skin. It's very fascinating. Crazy shit. Anglerfish, is that what they're called? Yeah, it is. There's the random fun fact for the day. We thought they'd be learning about anglerfish today, but there you go. Never know what you're gonna get around here. So again, just kind of going through now with another dark wash so that I can continue seeing different layers, but I guess layers, sections, caverns, space. I kind of, again, I want it to look very organic, intertwined, kind of gross. That was part of the what lent itself to watercolor too with this piece. Is I felt like there was just such a fun organic background going on that it would just work really well. You just kind of have fun with it. Like I keep saying, with any luck, this will all look like it's twisting in and out of itself, or just again growing, wrapping, and twisting. What happens? We're gonna take a 5-minute break here. Marks down. Good. Very different than yesterday. But it's very, very good. All right, I gotta take a break before I just keep going through this here. It's fun. It's very mesmerizing to get all that in the background there. It's fun. All right, we're gonna keep going. We have to, as we look at it. Done. No, it's not. We're gonna tweak the background still. We're gonna fix the shotgun. We're gonna even up this value here. And then it's getting close. It's getting close to done. So we are gonna take a 5-minute break, be back, and probably go for like another hour or so. And then probably call it. Be good to go. Be able to add our whites, our highlights, go from there. We're liking it. We're liking the process. Appreciate everybody chilling and hanging out. Can't thank you guys enough for the love. Please be sure to like and subscribe down below. Hit that bell so you don't miss it. And 5-minute break. We'll be right back, gang. Appreciate the love. All right, let's get it, baby. Stream got kicked out here. Hold on. Why that happened? I'm gonna have to figure this out. Yo, we're back. We're good. Crisis averted. All right, let's see. We're gonna get back into it. Yeah, jump right into it. We have to add some color. And bring out these shapes. Bring out some of these tendrils. We're gonna do the shotgun quick, double barrel. And then we're gonna go through and tendril it out. I wanna do this. I'm doing these liquid IVs. They're awesome. I love them. I feel so good when I drink them too. I just never drink enough water. It's hard. I feel like I have to drink so much. To actually make it possible to be hydrated. Sneeze. Okay, I think I'm good. Kind of feeling another one's coming. Whatever. So I did kind of look at it before I just came back, and I saw that this had to be tweaked a little bit here. So you always want to give yourself time to see the piece after your breaks and see what you want to fix, what needs tweaking. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. So weird. I hate feeling like I have to sneeze and not being able to sneeze. Is there anything worse? Not really. Better. Cool. All right. F yeah. I guess we shouldn't say it. We shouldn't swear. Trying to swear less. Make this a friendly stream for all. All right, let's tackle that shotgun. I think this is gonna be the way. Oh well. Might not be the right. I kind of want my big boy. Is my head in it? Sorry if I am. No, we're good. Kind of didn't nail that. Oh, look at my little nose. You can see my nose. I guess it's not little. Fuck off. We're trying not to swear. Whatever. I'm sorry. Swallowed water. Literally when I sat down. God. It's such a wild phenomenon. No? Eat that. Only took 4 pens to get that, like, nice and perfect, right? Sometimes that's what it takes. All right, we have our nice color pencil set here. Kind of just collected them over the years. I don't know what colors I have. A lot of them are actually Arials. The good, see, these jams are legit. So yeah, see what I'm kind of trying to do now is shape up some of these pathways, I guess, and put in some lines, like pretty clear marks of like a little tendril. I think I just like that word. All right. Bad word, right? Cute word.
No way.
Hey now, Crypto Stowe. Welcome to the gang, baby. Scared it out of me. I forgot that I even had that. I for some reason thought I had just checked that. I didn't even think it was legit. Appreciate that love, baby. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Over here enjoying a nice watercolor painting. I don't know why that kind of kicked into a southern accent there. I don't know. I don't have a southern accent. I can't even fake one. I don't know. But yeah, Last of Us watercolor painting is coming out nice. Kind of trying to add some life to this background here. Just make it look like it's moving. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Quick sharpen, one of the best sharpeners around. Carl Angel 5. Beautiful thing. Shaking the whole table. I think the camera stays good. Yeah. It's a beautiful sharpener. The best pencil sharpener in the universe. If you're looking for a pencil sharpener, that's your guy. we're kind of liking this yellow here now. And going for almost like an illustrative sort of interpretation. So like we said, not exactly video game like, but like graphic novelish. Right? Kind of fun. Good bold marks, lines, little outlining. And I'm not totally sure if there's, I'm sure there has to be some sort of book or writings or something on Last of Us, but actually no. Probably be very good. But The Walking Dead might have had that like kind of locked up, you know? That's why Last of Us ended up being the video game that it was. Because there was no other way to like kind of enjoy it maybe. But you see how we're kind of starting to build these ridges and layers and shapes and nodules and like, again, we want it to look alive and just sort of moving, not like alive, like moving fast, but growing, stretching, reaching. I think a big part of this will be going again, continuing to go back in with a couple different black marks. That bright yellow here. Kind of want to tone that down. Colored pencils are a great little tool for watercolor pieces. They do a pretty good job going over a lot of the watercolor marks, you know. I kind of want a little darker value back here, so I'm not going to go through here, other than kind of shaping a few things out, and now I'm just using less pressure, so it covers it still, but it doesn't put down as bold of a mark, you know. So again, the color will be there, it'll still go over, cover it up nicely, but hopefully some of the transparent watercolor, the value from below will kind of stay visible and show that it's a little different. Kind of working pressure wise, just alternating the pressure here. Under pressure. Ah, now that's stuck in everybody's head and not just mine. Down on you. Sorry, I'm done. You don't have to leave because I'm sick. Promise. Right? Yeah. I grabbed a couple darker, like I said, darker values that are kind of in the same realm. like obviously a green. So it will add a very different feel and texture, especially in these dark values. Say it's going to be beneficial too to go back in with black pen, and as well I'm going to use a black colored pencil. And you can see how well the colored pencil goes over the watercolor and the watercolor paper. It's a great surface for watercolor. I mean for colored pencil, actually. Surprising. Idea. I was gonna try to fix that up, but that's not it. Thinking I can even go over this with an alcohol marker, and it'll almost blend it all into the watercolor paper. Which is sometimes a very cool look, especially because it like just unifies it all. Just go over a lot of that with a black watercolor, I think. If I go over some of this with a nice little wash, it'll probably, again, blend it right in with the background as well. And just help it continue to feel unison and a little bit more subtle, makes sense? So that it won't kind of be so in your face and so many marks. Some of the finer marks will again kind of blend together, you know? It'll hopefully still show again the layering and all that, but it'll be kind of kicked back. Even going in here with a pen now that there's like the colored pencil down will be very interesting because it'll again start to mix and show just different values and different layers. But I think the play is to wash it out real quick. Let's learn how to flip the pen. Get it either. If anybody has experience, call me. No, teach me. All right. Let's see, where we at? I think the play is to go over it now with a nice little wash here. see what we can pull out now with a little bit of loose watercolor here. Because I think this alone is going to kind of sorry, I worked away there. These marks alone are going to work the pencil marks into the background here, just like we need to do. Again, we have our pencil marks showing where we want to put some more values. I think it's like, I don't know if it's an actual wax pencil, but just what the pencil puts down is going to interact a little differently with the watercolor than it did before. There we go. And that'll all wash out quite a bit. Again, this is all very much in shadow back here. So a lot of what we put down, we don't want to get rid of, but we want to knock it back and blend it in just a little. Much, it's okay. Get up a little. Ow. Okay. And now subtle marks up front here. Just kind of want to work some of this in. So that some of the brighter orange keeps its like vibrancy and power. But there's also a lot of it that, you know, again, just to show the different layers and ins and outs of this stuff, need our highlights. Pretty much what we're doing here. Since it's not necessarily going to be white, you know what I mean? I'm using the color saturation to see the highlights. Because that's just going to show more light, so there's more color. And like we've said it, I think almost every stream, but we have and are at all times just trying to really enjoy the process. Reinterpreting a fun scene like this is one of our favorite things to do. It's very fun. Similar, not similar, but kind of again, like we've mentioned, talking about comic book characters or just recreating recognizable characters is very fun because you can put your own spin on it. You can see a lot of artist interpretations. They can get very stylized, so you can actually see a lot more than in a piece that's just a full custom piece, because you have like a reference that it looked like when, you know, so and so did it, or the photo, or not even the photo, but that style, I guess. The photo reference just shows how it was interpreted, not exactly, again, the artist's style. But if you have a Spider-Man that's supposed to look like a Spider-Man, you're going to see how that artist interprets Spider-Man if he creates it. Now I'm going to go like this. Pick a lot of that up. That's what we're talking about. Very nice. Right. I want dry a little. Kind of gonna let it dry, but kind of gonna go right in with some white. Kind of, again, just make these passes. That are gonna look like shapes or caverns. Twists, you know. I want it very textured, and I'm also kind of trying to cover some spots that are very saturated with this yellow still. I don't love that yellow. Okay. Kind of the way I'm letting the paper dry. I'm putting some, I don't know, strategy that you should do, but it's working for me. And ultimately, I'm just layering colored pencil in. My computer keeps trying to kick over to an old internet. Not this one, this one. And no matter what I do, it keeps trying, and then I don't have internet. And it's like, nope, looking for, and I'm like, well, why leaving a working internet to go to try to connect to a non-working internet? And I can't find like a setting. It's very weird. I'll find one. I didn't look too long, but incredibly frustrating, I'll be honest. No point beating around the bush, right? See, we're almost working like we do in charcoal, where we're literally kind of building, literally kind of. Good word, Mike, good word. We all know what that means, right? Literally kind of, obviously. No, where I'm building up, I'm mentally building all these layers with like subtle, it would almost feel, if you could go in and feel it, super subtle differences, it would be very textured based on how much colored pencil and lead and charcoal, not charcoal, but charcoal and charcoal drawings. Pen and ink and marks are actually down here. You could feel it almost. You could go through. If you could feel like super subtle differences like that. So I'm almost trying to like build up all these passages as I go in with all these different. That's why I kind of put white in to kind of put another layer in. It's similar to charcoal. You sometimes keep like when I'm cross hatching and stuff, I'm like just building up those layers of charcoal, you know? It just kind of works. I think it works. much like we say about charcoal pencils, colored pencils, crucial that you keep them very sharp. Or at least for what I'm doing, because I'm kind of just building and working through with the point. Very important for me right now that these marks go where, you know, kind of building it up here and there. Like we talked about the values back here, kind of keeping some of this in play, we'll call it. Because I just kind of like the color reaching across. It kind of does. It's a little muted more than I have it. I'm definitely kind of pushing the vibrancy on this side. That's okay though. You're allowed to do whatever you want, the artist, on your artwork. Thanks to dangerous allowance there. Yes, on your own artwork, you can do whatever you want. Wondering if I can add a wet feel to it almost. Shiny parts here and there. I can probably go through the shotgun and get some good marks with this white pencil also. Yeah, charcoal, we talked about the other day. Charcoal, you can't, I don't personally mix too much with watercolor, pencil. You just can't really, but watercolor mixes really well with pot, I feel like, as well as colored pencil does too. Colored pencils are, I still think, I think to this day, like one of those things that people don't realize how incredibly good they actually are. Because I think we're giving them as a child and like just kind of scribble and use them a lot. And they're very good at like blending, layering, shaping. I feel like they just have a weird stigma about them that, oh, people don't like them, or people love them, and I was just like the only one that liked that. They're weird. Pretty cool. Yeah, we're liking it. We're liking it. Again, the layering of the colored pencils is just adding such a great feel to this background here. This way you can start to feel all of it like twisting and shaping. I like to think you can. The colored pencil works pretty well. Again, with the kind of caverns and the shapes, because it's not necessarily a perfect permanent value, you can kind of get a nice little gradient with it pretty quickly. If you like press and just loosen it up. Add some of those cool like shapes here, like those caverns. We'll say colored pencils. Maybe that's why people don't. Could be. I feel like you have to press so hard with them. Maybe you don't, but definitely do. Pretty fungalicious, if you ask me. Get a good sense when I look at it on the monitor too. I've said before too, when I kind of look over here, I see this stream. I have it on my monitor. Projected very clearly on the monitor too, so that I can really see, you know. And it's almost like a third party perspective, you know, like flipping it upside down, taking a photo and looking at it, resetting your brain. You can kind of get a pretty good idea for the piece. Works, what doesn't. It's just like a objectionable, like free look at it, free glance, if you will. Has a nice little feel to it, though, for sure. Nice little perspective, atmosphere. I don't even want to say atmospheric perspective. It's not really what it is. Came together really nice, for sure. Benito here. We have to add in our highlights. Working back through these darks back here a little bit more. Because we want it far more like darker values back here. But if we can kind of keep the same feel, we're going to kind of try. Why not? Works real well on the front, so. Like Italy upside down. That's fun. This part I'm gonna kind of go over again with a little black wash here. Just so again it kind of keeps working back the background, especially back here where it's kind of getting a little charcoal. Not charcoal, but color pencil. There's a lot of it back there. I'm gonna go down here and I'm kind of gonna hit some of the spots that I want to keep the darkest values. In hopes that again they kind of just soften out into the paper. Working right down. Because we don't want them to be too visible back here. We don't need them to be, you know? The jam. This song that always has me painting at like 100 miles an hour, dude. Darken up the background a little bit behind this, especially behind her backpack there. That's just way too. It'll help with the values that I'm putting in. Because it'll fit these dark values that I've just put in here, which felt a little bit like they just felt too dark, right? They didn't feel like they fit. Felt like the light, they were being lit from a different source. You know what I mean? Which is not what you can ever, not what I'm going for. Even be darker. Just on that bottom portion for sure. Works for me. Nice there. Okay, cool. Perfect. Right. Yeah, we can get this. Why is my head in the picture? I mean, that is gonna work here. putting like a blue blue streak in here. Blue mark, blue streak. There's just a little bit of a transition color happening when I look at it, so I have to put it in. The white and and again, because black is a dark blue, that when it's right up next to a black like that, it kind of kicks out a blue. Transition colors are fun. Pretty much the color in between the meeting of two objects or colors. There's like a transitional color that we won't necessarily see, but like if a green meets a blue meets like right here, when a black meets a white, there's a blue transitional color. Got it? Good. There are in fact more examples of that, but I can't think of any. No. Ah. Digging it, digging it, digging it. Actually, I'm just gonna use a bigger, that's perfect. Right. Let's see. Won't like go like perfect black here. I think that's how it's supposed to go. All right. I mean, I'm going to go around and put in a little white. But we are, pretty much done here. He's going to get highlight here, naturally. Now I just have to be careful that I don't put a white mark from my finger somewhere on the, somewhere where it doesn't belong. I am liking. Just kind of tapping in some white. Again, this is just a white gel pen. I'm just kind of using a little bit of pointillism here to kind of add light spots, but also kind of just brighten up whole marks. And what it's going to do in certain areas almost look like a glare. So it's like kind of like textured. Like liquid almost. Like slimy is alive. Alright. Okay. On that right there. On that. Not actually in the piece, but I think it kind of just helps shape the collar here a little. Allow it. Rid of some of these black marks where we can. Really tidying up the edges, same as oil painting, same as drawing. You just go through and you just fix up the edges, and sometimes that's all you really need to do to a piece. Add in some highlights, soften some edges. Go on to the next one. I'm gonna leave that outline. I kind of like it actually. Little marks here and there. Much of it, but little bits can change the piece, you know. Say it's this final 3% that sometimes take the piece to its final resting spot. I'm good with that. Put a little bit of blonde in her hair. But I have something in my eye. We're going with a little bit of if I have it. I think this is the song I end on a lot. Oh my god, we're going 2 hours? Oh, I gotta go. We have 2 minutes left. That's all we can do. Start again. I don't, that doesn't bother me. That doesn't look at all unfinished to me, so. I'm gonna leave it. This is a jam too. I like this jam a lot. All right, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Sound like. I'm gonna make it darker, but I don't want it like to be too. Yeah, but I didn't want it like to be like right here. I don't mind it hiding there. That works. And that's a wrap. Zoom it up so it sits in like the charcoal. Perfect. That looks nice. That looks nice now. Very, very cool. Joel and Ellie complete. Yes. Fun one. Like I said, I always enjoy doing recognizable characters, and I'm really enjoying the show. Might end up playing the game. Show's so good. But for now, we're enjoying the show. And that's where we're going to wrap it up. Oh, signature works here. Signature works here. Check in everything that I want to check. Values look great. I don't want to go through and outline anything really. I like the line marks that are there. They sit, they kind of come and go, which is nice. Yeah, I like it. Nice. That's a fun one to complete. That is a fun one to complete. All set, all finished. Yeah, we're gonna go from there. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're streaming tomorrow. Something. I don't know. We have a lot of art to do, so we're gonna think of something. I'm not sure what time, but we'll be posting it on all of our social medias, Instagram, Twitter, and in the Discord as well. So be sure to hit that Linktree link below. Check it all out. We'll be putting this piece along with a couple others that we have up and have completed on our website for sale as well. If anybody's ever interested, no pressure, of course, but feel free to check them out because that's where they're all gonna end up until they go elsewhere. So appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Emmy, can't thank you enough. Blue, everybody else in the house, I thank you guys for hanging. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. I hope everybody's having an awesome week out there. Tomorrow we have Thursday, a potpourri day. We're not sure exactly what we're gonna be doing, but it's gonna be a fun day. That's what we can promise. Finish up our Last of Us watercolor painting. Really like it. We might end up doing a Harry Potter one because the game's dropping tomorrow too. That could be kind of fun. But otherwise, we appreciate you, appreciate the love. We'll see you next time. And until then, stay healthy. Stay happy. Much love, gang.